Tower Defense, the game that has over hundreds of units currently in the game that you can choose from. Some of these units I like, some of these units but some of them have some more satisfying features, while others definitely do not. Today, I'm going to talk about the most satisfying things that every unit has. And if you haven't already, make sure you guys press the subscribe button. We're trying to hit 100K before this channel turns a year old in September. Alright, let's get into the list. The most satisfying thing about the camera woman is whenever they did her rework. Because this just was not hitting. The most satisfying thing about the cameraman is that he has more variations than any other unit. The one thing that's satisfying with the brown suit cameraman is the way he shoots both of his guns. I don't know what's so satisfying about this, but whenever units have two guns and they shoot both the guns at the same time, there's something just so satisfying about it. Something that's satisfying about the camera work fireman is his splash range. You know what? Let's actually go look at it. Something that's also super satisfying about the firework cameraman is you can place him down at round 1. He only costs $100. That's insane. Also, check out his firework explosion. The absolute goat of goats when it comes to explosion/splash units. Something that's so satisfying in the camera attack helicopter is watching the rockets come out of his barrel. There's only one thing that could seriously make the camera attack helicopter cooler, and it's if they could have this spin and have his top propeller spin as well. Then I'd feel really immersed in the game. Honestly, super underrated unit. The camera attack helicopter is really good. Something that's so satisfying with the camera attack helicopter is not only watching units spawn out of it, but watching the camera attack helicopter spawn in titans. It's so funny watching, like, mini Titan cameramans running around the map. Something that's satisfying about the rocket cameraman is watching him be on his jetpack, but also his animation when he pulls back whenever he shoots at toilets. I love the gun the firework cameraman gets at his max level. It's so funny. He just goes from shooting off firecrackers to then just propelling missiles at toilets. Same thing with the camera attack helicopter. It goes from boosting out teeny tiny camera boys to literally spawning Titan cameramen. I love spawner units. Bring them back. Something satisfying about the meta cameraman is the fact that you'll probably never see it in anyone else's inventory. Because if you're gonna run a medic unit, this one is just kind of bad. Both of the drones are way better than this guy. Something satisfying about the surveillance camera woman is whenever she attacks, her little red light turns... Well, I guess it's not her little red light. But her aura or her light on her face goes red.
The camera woman gets a little bit angry.
I don't hate when she gets angry at me like that. Something that's really cool about the turkey cameraman is when you fully max him out, he actually has a neon orange glow. You know what? I'll come... Hey, come with me. I'll show you. I'll show you. Something satisfying about the laser gun cameraman is definitely his blue beam that shoots out of his gun. All laser units are satisfying, but there's something that's extra satisfying about having a blue laser. Also, here's a turkey cameraman at level 1. Here's the turkey cameraman at level 2. Here he is at level 3. As you can see, he got a little turkey feather added to the back of his helmet. You know what? That's actually really cool. It reminds me of like one of those guys that ride on a chariot who's on a horse. You know what I mean? Like a gladiator type of... Every upgrade with this unit is super satisfying. His level 4 upgrade gave him an orange line that went down his face. That's really cool. As you can see, at fully maxed out, look at his duck. Look at it. Look at that turkey. It's golden. Also, I might die before I get the chance to show it, mainly because there's 320 toilets on the map right now. But I was going to say, the thing that's satisfying about the mech cameraman is the amount of different attacks it has. I mean, when you click on the mech cameraman, look, he has 1 bubble, 2 bubble, 3 bubble, 4 bubble. It's because he attacks with a different weapon of his hand. He has a taser, he has a laser, he has a Gatling gun, a stun gun. There's a bunch of different things that this unit has. And something that's satisfying about the Hunter cameraman is obviously his range. The range of the Hunter cameraman is extremely satisfying. The Hunter cameraman used to have the biggest range. He still does. However, now it's just tied with the upgraded Titan cameraman. What did I just say? The UTC? I just said that. No, it's tied with the upgraded Titan clockman. Something that's satisfying about the ninja cameraman, it's obviously watching the animation of this guy just throwing plungers at toilets. What isn't satisfying about watching one of your favorite units literally murk disgusting toilets with plungers? That is so satisfying. Something that's satisfying about the laser camera car is whenever you first place him down, he actually doesn't use his laser right away. He actually drives his car into toilets. And watching a mobile unit literally drive their car into toilets is something that's pretty satisfying in itself.
Beep, beep, I'm a sheep.
Something that's satisfying about the Sinister Cameraman is definitely his upgrade path. Obviously, he starts out like this and fights with just his fist. But as you upgrade him and level him up, he slowly just adds weapons to his hands. And by the end of it, he does a similar animation to the brown laser cameraman, except it looks kind of goofy where he just goes to a straight 90, whacking his axe at toilets. Kind of funny. Something that's satisfying about the large laser cameraman is obviously going to be his big laser gun. Especially when you have this unit placed up next to other laser units. Seeing how big and thick his red laser beam is compared to the teeny tiny little lasers of the other laser cameraman, it's super satisfying. Although it's a little bit weird considering the red laser cameraman does more damage than the large laser cameraman. I digress. Something that's definitely satisfying with the large firework cameraman, much similar to the normal firework cameraman, is he does kind of suck. However, having him fully maxed out and watching him shoot those quad launchers of fireworks is extremely satisfying. Who doesn't like making a absolute firework explosion of toilets? It's like New Year's every day. Except like nobody has this unit. The most satisfying thing about the corrupted cameraman is definitely just the fact that if you have it at all, you are just an extremely rare player. Even though the corrupted did recently get a buff, it really didn't make him that much better. The corrupted cameraman is probably single-handedly still one of the most overrated, overpriced units, but I wouldn't really call it overrated. But what's satisfying about it is seeing them in your inventory. I don't know, there is just something so satisfying. Even just seeing it in the shop, it's an appealing unit to look at. Something that we can all obviously agree with. Something that's satisfying about the green laser cameraman is definitely his toilet slowing capabilities. Especially on like Titan toilets or bigger toilets. Watching his green laser hit those toilets and slow them down is so satisfying. Like watch a dual claw toilet right now. Look at its normal speed. And then the green laser hits it and it immediately slows down. It's definitely satisfying knowing that you have that much control over the game. Something that's super satisfying about the toxic cameraman is whenever he hits units with his fart cloud. I love calling it a fart cloud. But when he hits his units with his fart cloud, they actually get this like green aura on them. I really like this, and I wish other slowing units did this. That green aura essentially is just signifying that that toilet is being slowed by the Toxic's ability. Like, I wish, like, the flamethrower unit did this, or any other units that do slowing, like the chef. Maybe there could get pizza on their face or something cool like that. I just love that you can tell that the animation and just that his toilet slowing is actually doing something. It also makes it feel as though it's actually stacking with the green laser cameraman, like it's literally supposed to. Something that's satisfying to me about the Saw upgraded Titan cameraman is definitely the fact that the Saw is constantly spinning on the Saw upgraded Titan cameraman. Similarly to the camera attack helicopter, they could have just had that Saw not move at all, but they have it constantly rotating, and to me, that's something super satisfying. I heard the Titan cameraman and the chef cameraman get along really well together. The Saw will cut the pizza for the chef. Something that's extremely satisfying with the Astro upgraded Titan cameraman is whenever... it's just his arm. Dude, look. With his arm, he's constantly getting an electromagnetic pulse going up his arm. And his little prongs at the end are detaching, moving that laser back and forth. You know, people give a lot of TTD, a lot of, like, crap for certain things. But one thing that they actually have definitely been paying attention to and trying a lot harder on is definitely animations and just cosmetics of units. You can't take that away from them. They've definitely polished out their game and their units to look a lot better, at least in that way. So, you know what? They got my vote there. Something satisfying about the shotgun cameraman is just the fact that he can shoot 2 shotguns at once. This unit, it really isn't special, so I'm not going to spend much time on it. Something extremely satisfying about the shield cameraman is whenever you have a strong toilet coming out. For example, the Frost Skeleton is my favorite. He has this like weird stun ability where I'm pretty sure he can stun toilets, and he has like a death skull emoticon over the units. The shield cameraman can deflect damage back into toilets, and essentially the stronger the attack that the toilet does, the stronger the shield deflects it back. So you have the shield out, sure his DPS is only 10,000, but you get one of those super strong boss toilets out, the shield is just going to deflect all that damage straight back to the toilet, and it's super satisfying watching those boss toilets take so much damage so fast. Something satisfying about the Ghost Cameraman is definitely the fact that he can do 1,000,000 damage per second. Not actually, but at one point, you could do 1,000,000 damage with a Ghost unit. This unit came out at the same time as the booster units, and the booster units used to have a bug where you could stack them ultimately and infinitely. That in turn gave the Ghost Cameraman 1,000,000 damage per second. It was insane. Either way, that was a long list of satisfying things about units. I didn't do all the units because I wanted to see if you guys like this video idea first. Once again, I try a lot of things before I do a bunch of time in them. I want to make sure you guys actually like them. So with that being said, that is going to be it today for this video. I'm also preparing videos for when I go on vacation soon, so I'm just trying to get videos. If you haven't already, make sure you guys like the video. Click the video on the screen if you haven't seen that already as well. And hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day. And I'll see you guys again soon.
Bye.